Hey guys, welcome back to TBH Plant-Based Reviews.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brianna.
And today we're going to be showing you guys on how exactly we built our do-it-yourself indoor grow station.
Great for people who live in a permanent winter climate, like Canada.
Yeah.
It's still snowing outside.
Or a condo or an apartment. Even if you do live in a sunny area but you don't have the land to do it, you can still have this great option.
Hope you enjoy.
Alright guys, so we just want to kind of give you a rundown as to why we decided on going like an indoor growing station and kind of the purpose that we use it for. The top tier here is kind of like an aloe plant, little cactus, and then our Meyer lemon. So this will actually produce full-size lemons for us. This isn't really one of the reasons why we got the shelf, but it was definitely, after we had the shelf, we're like, it's definitely happening, you know. The second tier here is our succulents, and then our third tier here is our microgreen structure at this point. This is one of the main reasons actually why we got this. The microgreens, we want to do a weekly rotation, so every week we have a new batch of microgreens that are going to be coming out. That way we keep eating healthy and it's more self-sufficient. Alright guys, so the reason why we actually built our own and kind of did a DIY instead of getting a pre-built is because it's actually very expensive here up in Canada to get a pre-built proper grow station that's for indoors. About the same size, somewhere a bit bigger, somewhere a bit smaller, but the price range that we found before taxes and shipping was anywhere from $300 about at the lowest to over $1,000. Now I'm not knocking on these if you have the money to get them. They were very well built. They had all the little trinkets, all the little pulleys to raise the lights. They're really nice products, but it just wasn't ideal for us to do that. So we're going to show you guys how we built this shelf and all the products that went into it. So here is kind of each product, roughly how much they cost before tax. And we're going to just start straight off from the foundation of this, which is the shelving unit. We looked at a couple of different places. We looked at Home Depot, we looked at Lowe's, we looked at Amazon for different types of shelves. We actually went with the Amazon Basics 4-shelf shelving unit. It does come with 3-inch casters, which are nice big wheels. The only thing that we didn't do was add the 3-inch casters, mainly because we're not going to be moving this around. It is going to be stationary. And also with the casters, you're able to hold less weight per shelf and per the actual whole unit in general. That actually drops it down a couple hundred pounds. Not that any of what we have on here is very heavy, but we wanted to make it as structurally sound as possible, especially being on a carpet. So this shelving unit was only $63.53 Canadian. It's probably going to be cheaper for you guys in the States. I'm guessing anywhere from $40 to $50. Next up is going to be the Lithonia 4-foot T8 shop lights, which are actually these fixtures here. These are all the Lithonias. These came without bulbs. Each one of these guys costed $24.98 at Home Depot. These went perfect for our price point and for the bulbs that we found that we liked. Now, speaking of the bulbs, they are the Philips T8 LED 32 watt. They are 5000 K or Kelvin, which is a great, in between.
It's almost daylight.
It's almost daylight, so it has a nice mixture of different colors in there for you. It looks pretty white, but it does have, most of the colors in there for plants, and they have been liking it so far. Now, each of those bulbs individually were $11.97. They were a little steep. We only had to buy 6 of them since we only have 3 fixtures here. It's a double bulb system. So all of those came out to about $71.80 for all 6 before tax. Now, if we look up here at the lemon tree, we actually got a couple clamp lights here. And then inside of each clamp light, we actually have, they're more like bulby LED lights. Those bulbs were made by Feit Electric, F-E-I-T. One's a little bit bigger than the other. The smallest one, I believe, was about $15. The biggest one was $20. And now we just did it in clamp lights on top of some dowels. These dowels are about an inch in diameter. So they're pretty big, nice and sturdy. We just zip tied it right to the shelf just to give us a bit more clearance without actually having another shelving unit. So now that we kind of covered the basics of the shelf, the foundational stuff such as the dowels, the clamp lights and everything like that, we obviously had to plug that all into somewhere. We actually were able to find at Home Depot, it's a power strip that's also a light timer. It's a full 7-day, 24-hour, has daylight saving time and everything able to be set on it. You have 4 timer control switches on the right side and then switch controls on the left side. So another way we were actually able to differentiate kind of like how our cord structure comes up here, since there is a few cords, all these white ones are all the normal long shop lights here. I just wrote which ones kind of are which, B being bottom, M being middle, and T being the top.
Also, Brianna, Marie, Tardive.
Yes, also that, honey. This way, like right now we don't have the bottom one yet. We're just kind of, waiting for our herbs to start up, and that's where our herbs are going to go, is on the bottom shelf. So we have that just on the side. We have that coming over right over here onto a little Velcro zip tie, just keeping them together, keeping our wire management very nice. We decided to go on the back side of our shelf here, kind of wrapping the cords down, zip tying it in places. And then every time a cord would come off of a shop light here on the top, you have to bundle a bit more cord than any others because it's the closest.
But not too tight.
But not too tight. That's why I actually use the Velcro zip ties. You can get these at any electronics store. They're usually made for computer building. It's something that's not too abrasive on the cords. It's not going to hurt them. They're not going to pressure them at all. Now I used zip ties here. You can see for this clamp light, kind of coming up, same idea, clamping it, just keeping it enough cord so I could take it out. It's not taut, it's not bending this too much, it's not putting pressure on the power strip at all. Now moving down, we're going to repeat the same thing. Going into the second shop light, you're going to have obviously less cord as you go down, since the cord has to travel more distance up to the top. So we have the same thing here. We have a Velcro strip holding the main cord together, and then we have it just zip tied right here to the shelving unit with the cord leading from the bottom. So I layered the cords again to keep wire management very sound, keep it off to the side so there's no water that would ever get close to this. These are obviously waterproof, but just to make sure, we kept them on the left side. Another thing that we really like about these lights is that they came with these chains here, and so it hooks in with like an S hook right here into the light, and then it comes up as a normal chain. Now we actually had to take the top link and kind of bend it out a bit here. You can see it acts as a hook, and what you're able to do is you're able to bring it up and down and bring it closer to your plants, farther away from your plants. Really simple, just bringing it up through right onto the shelf, and it hooks into place. Now we kept the top one a little bit farther away from the plants, but the medium shelf, the mid shelf, we put them a lot closer because they're microgreens, so they don't grow too tall, and they're right up to them. So these, we kept it right up to it. We just put the hook right down. Nothing fancy, but it works.
Yeah, and we really like those because you don't have to buy any additional S hooks, which a lot of people do. So you can just make your own little S hook with the chain if it has a chain, which is really nice.
Yes, yeah. Alright guys, so I really hope you enjoyed kind of our overview of our indoor growing station here. We actually wanted to give you guys a rough estimate. We broke down kind of each cost of everything for you a little bit already. But for in total, before taxes, it was about $318 Canadian to build this whole thing. That again is just the lights, the dowels, everything like that. It's not the actual plants, it's not the pots, it's not the soil that it's gonna need. That's all gonna, you know, based upon like what you guys need it for, etc. You know, let us know down in the comments if you guys want to know more about any of these products, and we're also going to link down below the majority of these products, where to find them and how to buy them, so that way you guys can do it at home as well. Yeah, if you did like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, be sure to hit the bell. We're going to actually have another video coming out soon about microgreens, so be sure to stay tuned for that.